The Biden administration has sided with the company responsible for the Ohio train derailment in a lawsuit that could make it harder to sue corporations. I don't understand this. What the hell? Why is Biden sending his Justice Department to argue on behalf of Norfolk Southern Railroads? In a nutshell, what they're trying to do, they're trying to say right now, if somebody's injured, they can bring a lawsuit in various jurisdictions. It's called forum shopping. They say, I'm injured here. These courts are usually, the law's better for us. The statutes are better. We like the judge's rulings. We're going to go here to bring the case. Norfolk wants to say, no. You can only bring this in Norfolk, Virginia. That's their argument. And the Supreme Court has that question right now.
Yeah, and the Biden administration went to court. They didn't have to.
No,
and that's what everybody has to understand. They voluntarily went to court and made the argument that, yes, we support Norfolk Southern's lawsuit here. We agree with them. The consumers, should not be allowed to sue because if the company is based in Virginia, they got to sue in their hometown where they've probably paid off every, judicial campaign there.
But I don't know if they paid off judicial campaigns, but they pay off politicians.
They spread all the money around. And we have seen, a lot of these, some of the local elections, because not all judges are elected, but there's plenty of them that have taken Norfolk Southern money. But what the issue is here is you got a man that had cancer. He was working with the train company, but he's working down in Georgia. Yeah. So he gets cancer and he says, okay, well, I'm going to sue where I get the cancer because that's where I am. That makes the most sense.
By the way, the law's better there. The statutes are better.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
And so Norfolk Southern says, no, because we're based in Virginia, you have to come to where we are, even though it's our toxins that came all the way down to you. Mm-hmm. And this could be used across the board. This is not just a Norfolk Southern issue. This is something, think about all the cases you've done with this environmental toxin that is spread throughout a waterway. And imagine if you had to go to the home, of Dow and try it right there in their backyard. Well, it's a lot more difficult.
We've seen this Biden administration, Department of Justice, side up almost continuously with the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, with Associated Industries, with big business. Every time it's big business versus the consumer, Biden sends in his dogs, the Department of Justice, to argue, well, let's argue for big business. That's what this is all about. Look, it's just common sense. We know up in Virginia where they'd have to go that they've got limited liability. They make it very difficult for the consumer, for the injured victim, limited damages, unfavorable case law, bad statutes. They have all of that. That's why Norfolk Southern wants them in their backyard. It's a dangerous, dangerous thing. And what if we have an absolute catastrophe like we're seeing in Ohio? We don't know where that's going to go. Yeah. And so now they're going to you're going to have to come to Norfolk, Virginia, or where you're going to. It's not just going to be Norfolk. It's not going to just be Norfolk Southern, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Well, and that's, with the derailment in Ohio, people have to understand too, with those chemicals, which there are known carcinogens, we may not know the damage for 10, 20 years in the future. So it's going to get worse.
It's bad stuff that they're having to breathe up there. And it's moving into the groundwater. Yeah. It goes from plume into the ground, into the soil, into the aquifer, into the drinking water. That's the cycle that it takes.